Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we've come to this incredible new luxury development which is called Unelma, okay? And we've been joined by this lovely gentleman, Baldo.
Hi, nice to meet you
Thank you.
again.
Thank you very much for
coming.
joining us. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time as always. So basically, Unelma is this new development which has popped up just on the outskirts of Estepona inside the Selwo area, okay? And Baldo's joined us to give us more information and insight as to what this incredible development is. So first of all, we're going to talk about the location, Baldo. What can you tell me about where we are located?
Well, we are located by almost La Resina Golf, which is a golf course, of course, nearby, and we are distant like 1.5 kilometers to the sea. And well, you are basically 10 minutes away from Estepona by car in the center of Estepona, and Marbella, Puerto Banús is within 15 to 20 minutes. So basically you are located in the new Golden Mile. It's called like that here. So
yeah, we do love the new Golden Mile. The new Golden Mile, as we know, has popped up massively on everyone's radar recently because we have more and more new developments popping up in this area. And Unelma, I think, which we're going to go into, is going to be on the top range of these, mainly because of the developer, the architects, and so on, which we're going to go into further detail. So tell me a little bit about the amenities in this area. So you said we're on the new Golden Mile. We have Marbella and Estepona within a 10-15 minute drive. So what amenities can we find within the Selwo area?
Well, as we say, we are surrounded by golf centers and golf courses. Then we have, by the beach, there are all the beach clubs, chiringuitos, the famous chiringuitos. We have, of course, amenities. They are close by because we have Cancelada, the center of Cancelada, 2-3 minutes by car, where you can find anything: supermarkets, pharmacy, bars, etc. Yeah. So basically, yeah, you are a little bit farther away from the city, but you are in a quiet area and you can reach easily in few minutes anything you want.
So I mean, the nice thing about this area as well, we also have the Unicorn Racket Club, which has become massively popular recently.
Oh, yeah.
And as you mentioned, we have the beach clubs. We have Laguna Village just close by, which also has Trocadero going into Estepona. So there's a lot of luxurious things that you can do along the beachfront itself, just from where we're sitting.
Yeah, exactly.
So right, tell me about the developer. Who is the developer for this particular project?
The developer is called Coanfi. They are from Zaragoza, actually, originally from Huesca, and then they moved the headquarters to Zaragoza. They are also in Madrid, and they've been building through Spain, basically. A few years ago, they started also in Malaga, actually, with the promotion is called Zoe, I think, with PO in Malaga. And, well, now they start also here in Estepona. First luxury project in Estepona.
So why Estepona for this first luxury development?
Well, that's an easy question to answer because Estepona is upcoming area. You cannot say upcoming area anymore. It's already well up and is so much demanding that in the end you know that you're going to make a good investment in general.
What I love about Estepona is it's maintained its sort of Spanish feel while also modernizing more and more throughout time. So, I mean, they've done, as you said, I mean, the nice thing about Estepona now is it is a very family-friendly place. It's got some beautiful boulevards. It's got this lovely promenade, which is the one that goes straight along the coastline. Correct. And it's also now known as the Botanical Garden of the Costa del Sol, which is a very interesting factor if you are someone who appreciates that sort of thing. Yeah. Right, let's talk about the architect. Who is the architect for this particular project?
The architect is Moises Garcia from Arata Arquitectura. He's a very well-known architect actually around, and I'm very pleased that I'm part of this project on Elma, and that he is the architect of it. He did, for example, is the architect of Tyran here in Estepona, and also the Sapphire. So they are very high-ended project with luxury project here in Estepona with prices very high. And but yeah, I think he want to give to this project what he say to us. He want to give to this project the feeling of calm and this brightness in general, and this stylish luxury, but in a big area, you know, so that when you come in Elma, you be easy, quiet, and then if you want, you have the the other stuff around if
Yeah.
you want. Walking distance, no, but by car you can go very easy and quiet, and you can stay in this area to be relaxed.
No,
Right?
exactly. I mean, as you pointed out, the fact that Moises Garcia has also done Sapphire in Tyrian, it's interesting that Coanfi has chosen an architect with this sort of background, going from, as this is their first luxury development, they've obviously chosen very well to try and create this luxury development in a nice calm area compared to the other two, which, as we know, are much more central and beachside in
Correct.
Estepona. So, very, very interesting collaboration between both architect and developer.
True.
Right, the commercializing agent, the company you work for. So, On3, what can you tell us about On3? When were they established? And
On3 Consulting is a very well established company here around the coast. We have since 1994.
Wow.
They have about over 40 projects in the whole coast, from Malaga to La Linea, and I have to say, I mean, you feel very, if you feel it, calm and nice also, like the project, when you work with them, because they are professional and they know what they do.
Working for a company with this sort of experience makes the job much easier, and obviously they will start to make these sales flow very easily when they start to come in. Right, so how many units and how are they distributed? How's this work?
So yeah, we have two plots actually, so it's going to be one bigger of 61 units, and then there's another one of 14 units for a total of 75 apartments, of 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms. So we have like ground floors, first floor, and then the second floor is our duplex, you know, the classical penthouses duplex with the solarium, which is very much requested in this area in general.
Yeah. How are these blocks actually oriented? Which directions are they facing?
Well,
generally?
it's like mostly they are oriented south and southeast, or east in this moment.
So beautiful. So there will be sea views and sunrises and.
Yeah, the view is like for sunrises east, of course, and then south. Some of them has a sea view, and also I think the architect also orientate this project to the east mostly, also because of the valley that we have in front and all agriculture sites around, which means no buildings around,
beautiful,
open view, green, calm, and private.
Yeah.
That's what this.
This is one of these things which is harder and harder to find. It's getting harder and harder to find a plot of land where you can build, where they won't be building something in front of you in the future. So we love that about Unelma. The fact, as Baldo said, there's an agricultural area around us, and we have the river that flows down, the dry river. It means that no one will be building right in front of this plot, so those open south and southeast views will still remain in place.
Absolutely.
The amenities. What amenities can Unelma provide? What is going to be built into this urbanization?
Well, first of all, we forgot also to include in the price is included the garage place and the storage. Actually, the most of them, 70 of these apartments, has 2 garage space and 1 storage included. And regarding the amenities, so you have actually you can see it here as well, where you have 2 very large pool, which is unusual to find around in the projects around here in Costa del Sol. So you have a 25 meters per 11 leisure pool, and then you have a 25 meters per 5.5 swimming infinity pool, which is very nice. And then you have a almost 100 meters gym, which is equipped as well, and about 70 square meter co-working space.
Oh, fantastic. So it provides everything that the modern sort of development will provide. It's very good for digital nomads, for example. They always like this sort of urbanization where they can just leave their house but don't have to leave the urbanization to actually get their work done and have everything available to them.
Correct.
So
and then you can also enjoy this, as we say. We are talking about 10,000 square meters plot of communal area, you know, in general. Nice. So you can enjoy the view, you can enjoy also the park. We have a park surrounded by the agriculture side. You have also a nice park in front. And then you have, well, a little detail, we call it like this. You know, there is in the corner of this green area, there is a dedicated space for pets.
Okay, oh, nice.
So that you can walk them and wash them before you go. There is also that. Well, actually, it's more and more people traveling with dogs, especially with dogs or pets in general. But and they never find this kind of service,
Yeah.
which it's something extra to say. Let's say I think it's a nice touch. That,
This is actually inside the urbanization.
yeah, it's inside the urbanization. So you go down by there is a little garden area to say, which is communal under the level of the pool. You know, it's another level of the pool. And you have on the corner, you have this corner for pets.
That's great.
I have a dog as well. I mean, and if I will live somewhere here and there is a space dedicated to the dog or to my pet, well, I will appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, no, of course. Well, as you said, more and more people seem to be traveling with their animals these days, so makes sense. I love these new little touches they're doing in these new urbanizations, these new developments, where some will provide something different in each case. We've seen gastrotechs, we've seen running tracks, we've seen golf simulators. I love the idea of actually including your other family member and including a wash area and a walking space for your dog. I think that's fantastic. Right, so let's go to the main factor here. Tell me about the prices for this particular project.
Okay, so the price starts 2 bedrooms. It starts from 555,000 euro. 3 beds. It starts from 730,000 euro. And then 4 beds. We also have duplex penthouses with 4 bedrooms, and they are starting from 985,000 euro.
Wow, 4 beds under $1 million. All right, good. We'll like this. Go on. And in a project like this, where we know that the architects have also done things like Tyrian and Sapphire, where we're looking at luxury finishes, much similar to this, and much, much higher prices. It's very competitive.
Also, another characteristic of Unelma, which I would like to point out, is that it's very spacious apartments. So a normal 2-bedroom apartment, it starts from 103 square meters.
Okay, good sizes.
Built size, and plus terrace. Terrace is not included in that, and the terraces are minimum 42 square meters.
Wow, very nice, good sizes.
So, yeah, the 3 beds has 126 square meters built, plus terrace. You know, so it's like you have terraces of 60 square meters or something. And without considering, of course, that you have the penthouses, the duplex, that they have all solarium surrounded with the optional infinity pool, which is a good, nice detail.
Yeah, very nice touch.
The kitchen is included. Everything, the cabinets, the island, which a lot of other promotion doesn't do as well.
So all of the units have an island in the kitchen, correct?
All of them.
Okay, very nice.
And you have included all the electrodomestics, including also the fridge, dishwasher, and the washing machine.
And obviously, in this sort of development, at some point there will be some personalization aspects where we'll be able to choose different finishes for probably bathrooms and kitchens.
Yeah, for sure. We are still not on that phase because we just started to launch this amazing project, and I don't think it will be a problem, but later on there will be some good personalization, you know, for you, for the clients to do, for example, to have something in the kitchen new or something extra, and add
colors and tiles, that sort of
like
thing.
always.
Yeah.
Then,
I love when we come to a project and they haven't even got to that phase yet. That means we really are in pre-launch stages. It's much more frustrating when we come to a project where there are very few options left. In fact, the personalization aspect has already gone past its due date. So it's nice to catch it at this point. Right, tell me a little bit about the building license. What's going on with the building license in this particular project?
Well, the building license is about to finally come. It's going to be now within June and July.
Very good. So that's how pre-launch we are. Okay, get in now, because as soon as the building license is, the prices will start climbing.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's about all here in the whole Costa del Sol. That's the situation. You don't have the license, so you do like the pre-sale to say, and then once the license in, then the price is already going up. So you have that kind of guarantee that what you're buying is going to be value more afterwards.
Yeah.
This is a point that everybody knows here in Costa del Sol. And I also want to point it out, the fact that the Coanfi is promoter, but is also the builder.
Ah, brilliant. Okay,
so actually, once we get the license, then going to start to build.
Start straight away. There's no
waiting for anybody.
Yeah.
We start to build, which is a good thing also for a positive thing also for the clients that will buy in Unelma. You know that you have the promoter and the builder is the same company.
Yeah.
So you just have to do business with one.
Exactly. It creates a sort of fidelity between client and the constructor and developer in this case, which is great because it means it's just basically, it'll flow. And as Baldo said, as soon as the building license is in place, the next day they will start laying bricks. So very nice. A very, very positive point for that.
Correct.
And the delivery date. So if we're going to get our building license, presumably in the next couple of months, when are we expecting Unelma to be completed and ready to be moved into?
Well, normally it's about 2 years building, but there is always some time, in general, because of weather condition, because of whatever extra other things coming. There is always some little delay, so I will consider 2.5 years, so by the end of year 2028.
Okay, Q4 2028, which is nice. And that also brings us to our payments plan, which is great because obviously what we most like about these off-plan developments is the fact that there is a nice easy flow to the payment plan. So how does the payment plan work here? How much is the reservation?
The reservation is 12,000 euro.
12,000 euros.
VAT included.
Okay, that with the VAT, great.
Included,
okay.
Yes. So you do the reservation, then we do the second step, which is the private purchase contract.
Mm-hmm.
That is 20%.
20% of the value?
Minus the 12,000 euros. So those 12,000 euros to reserve your place on that price and that conditions, and then we move on to pay the 20%, and you have the private purchase contract. And then we have another 2 deferred payments within 1 year. So you do 20%, then 10% after 6 months, and then another 10% after 1 year of the purchase contract.
Okay,
so you have 40% there within 1 year, 60% when you sign by the notary.
Deed.
Yes.
Yeah,
and we give you the keys, so you are free to go to your place finally.
Straight into your home. So that's nice. So basically, we're looking at we start in July, then by July next year, you will have paid for 40% of your home, and then you have to wait about 1.5 years to pay off the remaining amount, so that's quite a nice flexible payment plan in that sense. And as we know, sometimes this can be a little bit negotiable, but generally these are the stipulated terms, which basically means by Q4 2028, you could be living in this beautiful new development here in Estepona. Well, when I say Estepona, just on the outskirts of Estepona, 1 kilometre from the sea, with amazing amenities in the surrounding areas. This is a very, very interesting project, and as we've mentioned before, if you jump in now, getting it at pre-launch prices is always a benefit, because the appreciation, as we know in this area, climbs very, very rapidly. Just last year, in Estepona itself, the general appreciation for new developments was around 15%, which is huge. So if you bought something 2 years ago, it's gone up 15% by the end of last year, which is spectacular. Anyway, I'd very much like to thank you, Baldo, for your time today. You've been amazing, and this is a very interesting project. I think it's going to be a great thing to behold once it's constructed. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Simon. I hope to see you soon with clients here.
Indeed. I hope to bring all of you with me to come and meet Baldo in person.
Absolutely.
And reserve a unit here in Dream Come True.